Howdy. This is Redmore Trout. Please join us for watch party of House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 3. And continue to follow for more House of the Dragon content to come. Enjoy. So in the book, Daemon Targaryen is waging this 2 or 3 year campaign of island hopping. And he's taking territory from the crab feeder. But they keep moving and withdrawing. Because they can't fight a dragon in open warfare.
Yeah.
They're very mobile and they have naval fleets. So they keep withdrawing and moving. And it's just hard to catch. So Daemon has to lead these amphibious assaults, landing parties with soldiers. And he's to take every single island. And it takes him years to do it. In the show, they kind of just, they expedite it considerably. But it is cool.
Ooh. Oh, they do the dragon feels pain thing? He took the arrow and the dragon felt it. Is what I was saying. I was doing the shared pain off the bond. Is that a thing? I love Dragonheart.
Yeah, so one of the interesting things about George R. R. Martin's writing is he gives you a lot of conflicting accounts. And people disagree on how dragons work and if they're more beastly or if they're a psychic.
Link, yeah.
People disagree on it, and George R. R. Martin doesn't give a clear answer how that works. But that's certainly one interpretation. Yeah.
I'm going off it's the bond of the rider, and especially a deformed dragon that should have never been chosen for anything.
Yeah.
Getting chosen by a prince, and just being accepted. I don't know. Shit like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit. That's why I love Tyrion.
So
Tyrion,
this is
Tyrion.
Yeah, Tyrion, yeah. So that guy you just saw, this guy. He's a Lannister, and he'll be important moving forward. His story is bloody tragic, that Lannister man. The show kind of portrays him as kind of a wimp. And he's an intellectual, and he's not the most gregarious or verbose, but the show kind of does him dirty a little bit. He's more competent than the show portrays him.
That's the worst of shit. 'Cause, I don't know. Resident Evil was that new movie, or the one movie they put out with fucking the main characters being an incompetent, bombus, asshole, like that. Yeah, but it's cutting back to this. That's all. I just hate when they write stuff like that.
Yeah. So, fuck. He survives the Civil War, but he ends up blinded and gelded. But yeah, he's not in for a fun time. But he remains.
Oh yeah, the minute you said blinded and gilded, that sounds like he betrayed somebody and he got that fucking
he's just
double arm curse.
side. He's just wrong side. Sorry. That's all.
I mean, that happened.
It's just fuck. Wrong side and vengeful guy wins.
Oh my god. Did anybody else catch that?
No, I was
the bard singing to her, and he's singing a song, and he finishes, and she's like, again. So now, think of our day and age of hitting repeat on a song. And he's like, are you sure? She's probably listened to this song 14 fucking times in a row.
So there's a couple things to say about it real quick. I just want to return to the Lannister guy.
Yeah.
He remains on the King's Council after that, and he starts wearing a mask because his face is mutilated and tortured, and he's the master of coin for the kingdom, and the small folk are whispering behind his back that he's an evil sorcerer, but he survives the Civil War, and he gets political power back after all that tragedy. He's actually an interesting character, but. Yeah.
Why is she pregnant?
She got knocked up by the king.
Okay.
The king married her.
Yeah, they did do a time jump. Oh, it's a fucking face tree. All right, anyway.
Yeah, it's a weird wood. It's a god's wood. Yeah.
The old gods.
Yeah, the old gods are watching.
Yeah. I like that they respected it, didn't just chop down the trees,
Some did. But
that's what I figured that was what would happen. That's why I like the whole little. Yeah. But yeah, no. So at least with the army, attacking the shore, like you were saying, they just didn't explain that there was a time jump. There was clearly a time jump.
I guess so. Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, and then he even has a son already.
Yeah, you're right.
Another baby.
So
He getting
his
busy.
eldest son is called Aegon after the Conqueror, and
Mhm.
she's pregnant with Aemond.
Well, I'm assuming, and like this is too way for it to be the Amon from the Night's Watch, right? That's the next of name.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah. But that's right track.
Just-
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are
just
related.
dude. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I got some things.
Yeah.
But I cannot stress enough. Anytime you walk away, we are gonna just start questioning about random shit.
No. But yeah, you'll see Aemond he's a lot like Damon actually. The child she's pregnant with now.
Mhm.
Yeah, he'll be
Egg is the best.
he'll be a player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, at least they did show
Hey,
there's a
good
time,
question.
especially when there's another child. Yeah, no, they covered the 3-year gap.
Yeah, that's
Easily.
true.
Yeah, the child of being almost 2 years old.
Yeah, that's out. Actually.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
yeah. No, I'm just
So these are the Strongs. Those are Lannister. Yeah, he was just born with a clubfoot. But he's a genius. You'll see. He's actually Larry Strong. Pay attention to him.
they were best friends too, right?
What's that?
Yeah.
They were close friends. if
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Best friends, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Like I said, the show aged her down and changed the nature of the relationship. So the show in the show, they're besties. Yeah, they're best friends. Yeah.
They got a pug. Get that fucking thing off screen. Get it out of here. It's a fucking monster. That's a genetically created monster.
That's true.
That should be as alarming as a fucking dragon. Sorry. The Druid have strong feelings about pugs and their existence in our world. There's beasts and then there's monstrosities.
That's true.
And monstrosities are created.
Oh my god.
That's Lannister.
I can't believe I'm sorry, that just broke everything for me seeing a pug. Actually, and like, you know what I mean? Like an olden days show. Someone's like, the whole deal I'm in on this is if my pug gets their 3 seconds of fame. Because I guarantee we're never going to see that dog again, right?
No, I don't think
I-
you
I-
will.
It's a big thing.
I'm pretty sure I
No,
can,
no,
I'm pretty sure I can
It's
get
sit
good
on
money
the
on.
edge.
Oh my god.
that just
It broke me. It broke me. It was like somebody was humoring their nephew or cousin. They're like, yes, Portia can be in the scene. All right. Stop bugging me. There's so many implications of a pug being in the world of Astro or Westeros. Like, somebody in the back lines is genetically manipulating animals and really think that's not a natural dog.
One thing
Oh
I
my
like about the
God.
show is the Kingsguard look like Kingsguard. For the Game of Thrones, they've got the Kingsguard looking right with their white
Well,
cloaks.
they
and
actually look like they have proper soldiers.
they're proper soldiers, and they stand out from other soldiers. Like the Kingsguard are like the highest elite King's bodyguards. Like
Yeah.
they should be identifiable. They should stand the fuck out. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a pleasant conversation.
Well, Rhaenyra's just kind of being bitchy that she wants to choose her husband. And he's like, listen, you're the heir, you gotta marry. Like, this is,
Yeah.
millions of lives depend on this working, right? You have to be the heir. And
Yeah,
he's
but
right.
if you
Yeah.
were,
What?
but if you remember, I'm pretty sure before Damon left, he said, "I hope you get to choose."
Yeah, but he's the king has set up this.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the implanted ideas in her head already.
Yeah, but he set up this festival where she can be courted by all. She can choose any man in the kingdom. Everyone's
Yeah.
coming here to court her. Like she has her choice. It has to be a good match, but she has her choice.
Oh, but it's still.
Yeah, she's still like a 16-year-old kid who wants to rebel and shit. Yeah, she's just I don't know. She has her will. Yeah.
And she's running.
Yeah.
And she's gone. like not one person. And I assume this is her chosen knight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Kristen Cole.
Yeah,
Who she put up,
yeah. I was gonna say, and not one person watches the most valued, prized person in the kingdom hop on a horse and ride away.
Executed. Like you can't just stop her, right? Like, she
I
has
know,
real
no, I
power.
know.
Yeah.
No, I know. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
I just what I was finishing with is like the side eyeing, going,
Oh yeah.
"Not my problem."
That's exactly how it would have been.
Yeah, like straight up. Oh, I think I like the video I got. I mean, we'll say it after.
She's actually making me want to watch Supergirl. I actually like her as an actress. Yeah,
If you need to interrupt me to refocus back on this,
that's all good. We just shoot the
yeah,
shit.
like you are so good on like grabbing the important parts. Like, that's why I try and shut up.
Yeah. So yeah, the
Oh, they're
King's-
finally looking for her.
No, this is a hunt.
Yeah.
It's like hunting a boar or deer or something.
Oh, he's going Robert style.
Oh yeah, this is how kings legitimately spend their time. This is
Yeah,
That's how they die too.
well,
if you're
Robert was
told that-
poisoned.
yeah,
To be fair, yeah.
yeah, Robert. Yeah, he didn't. They didn't do him justice.
Cersei spiked his wine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was the one thing he wasn't meant for the role he was given, but he was a good warrior.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the best.
Yeah,
He could fucking bop that guy.
yeah. Without the whole spikeness on the drink, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he was fat and decadent by that point. He was
Yeah.
yeah. But,
that's why it was believable. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
yeah.
Plus, everybody's losing faith in their king already. Like,
Yeah.
that's Lubu Spear.
Oh my god.
Look, hey, tell me the red frame. Look at that and remember, and tell me that's not all right.
Starts buying the king's favor. What else are they gonna do?
Yeah, it's not a bad tactic. Like I sound like a crazy evil person every time I back this crazy but like I'm thinking in the time when you
No.
have the money,
So,
like, and you can do something about it. You try.
yeah, you use the resources you have. Yeah, play the cards
Yes.
you dealt. Yeah.
And like it travels over to like this generation why I could constantly complain because no matter what, just keep trying. Like do something.
Yeah.
Do something. Do anything.
Yeah.
Doing anything is a step above just sitting there.
Sure.
Ah,
So there you go. That's an important scene right there. He has a son. He has an heir, he has a baby son, and he's just declared that Rhaenyra will be his heir, and that directly contradicts the Great Council of 111 AC, which put him himself on the throne. The Great
Uh-huh.
Council ruled that we chart Targaryen succession through the male line, and now he's going to put his daughter on the throne instead of his son, and that's going to lead to directly cause the Civil War. That's crazy. You can't do that. What are you doing, dude? You can't do that. There'll be millions of people dead. That's on you. But also,
yeah,
Rhaenyra.
that's why.
Yes.
Everything she does is just.
Yeah, exactly. You already understand.
But by the way, Kiki, are you greens or blacks as the show moves forward?
Greens or blacks?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, he doesn't know.
what do you mean? Are you talking about? Oh, am I?
Which side you rooting for in the Civil War? Greens or blacks?
Not
Big-
greens.
Not greens. I like the greens.
I want the greens
High
to lose.
times.
Get them out of here.
I like the greens.
Green is my favorite color, but I gotta go against it.
Yeah. But so the show kind of portrays the blacks as the good guys a little bit, and I feel like it's much more nuanced, especially blood and cheese. Oh, I can't wait to get the blood and cheese and tell you about that in the book. Holy fuck!
Oh God.
You remember blood and cheese, right, Kiki? The rat catchers.
What?
No,
The rat. That sounds familiar.
it's done so much better in the book. That's where the show doesn't do it right, but
I'll have to rewatch. I'm
yeah,
not.
what was two? It's like the first episode of season 2 or something. Blood and cheese. It's the rat catchers. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But anyways, it takes culpability away from the blacks. It's a lot uglier in the books, and it's a direct result of decisions the blacks make. Or do you go Taller or Littlefoot? I always forget.
It's Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
Notice it's taller by stream name. It's
This is
whatever
why I
you
can't
want to
remember.
call me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, as the show progresses, it might even be this episode, it might be next, but there's two first ladies of the kingdom, as it were. You have the princess and heir, Rhaenyra Targaryen, and you have the queen, Alicent Hightower. So there's like two first ladies, and they're kind of positioning for influence, authority, and political favor.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a scene where they each wears an extravagant gown. And Rhaenyra wears the red and black of House Targaryen, and Alicent Hightower wears the green of House Hightower. And within the High Court, people start whispering over whose favor you're trying to garner, the Greens or the Blacks. The Greens of House Hightower or the Blacks of Targaryen. And that becomes a shorthand for the two sides of the Civil War that will develop. So when people say Greens and Blacks, which you've probably picked up, yeah, those are the two sides. The two first ladies. Yeah. Greens and Blacks. Anyways. So this is the main man,
Yeah, that's
Lord Strong. I like Lord Strong. Yeah. He's advising the king to get a marriage between Rhaenyra and House Valerion, the Admiral's house. Because, yeah, it's a very strong alliance, backed by Targaryen blood and lots of naval fleets.
I'm laughing so hard because that's where I thought this was going in like the episode when that whole they sent their daughter to him instead. This is where it was going before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, why didn't he just take two wives? Because weren't kings back then able to have two wives?
No.
Or more?
Absolutely not. So.
Yeah.
So in Westeros, south of the north, so the north is a different kingdom that worships the old gods. But everybody else, every other kingdom, worships the seven. And the seven are kind of a stand-in for the Catholic Church. There's seven aspects of the same God. And absolutely, you cannot have more than one wife. That'd be blasphemy, that'd be all kinds of things. The church would not allow it. It would cause rebellions and all kinds of things. So, interestingly, Aegon the Conqueror was given leeway on this, because he conquered everybody with dragons, and no one could tell him what to do. Well, but moving forward... Moving forward, that you have one wife.
When you have a dragon, no one tells you what to do. Like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Like,
he had his two sister wives. Yeah.
Oh god, that's not a good time.
Bored.
Did he not get gored? Give
He
me
got
my gored
tackled.
champion.
He got knocked over, but the
That's
horn didn't penetrate.
bullshit.
He's fine.
That's bullshit. Do you know what people like when tour guides take you out on airboats? A fun fact: you know what they fear more than alligators? Fucking wild boars.
I would not have guessed that. That's crazy.
Yeah, because wild boars, like, they don't headbutt you and knock you. They know they have tusks.
Sure, that actually makes sense. We are too nice to them.
Yeah, motherfucker should have been gored. Is all I just headbutt tosses him. No, that's your calf, feared by its horn.
Sure.
Oh, I don't know.
That would have changed things if Sir Kristen Cole was crippled in that scene.
It would have changed the world.
Literally, yeah. You'll see, Kristen Cole becomes a pretty big deal.
Like, that's all I'm saying. It's stuff like that. Like, adding stuff like that. Like, again, that scene. Did anyone else feel like that scene was extremely unimportant?
Yeah, completely superfluous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, and that's why it enraged me so much. And I have to bring up. I'm like, no, from a tour guide in Florida that had a fucking gouge in his leg, explaining that no, we don't really the alligators you can deal with, kick them. They don't really fuck with airboats. It's getting off the airboat you have to be worried about. And the fucking dude was gorged by a boar, and I'm like, I believe you.
Sure.
Because like, first of all, you're a guide, but like, it makes sense. Like, a creature's not just gonna run straight with
Yeah.
tusks and just be like,
And hit you with its nose.
yeah, hit you with it, or just straight forehead bonk. No,
Right, yeah.
it's doing with that flip. You're catching a horn or a tusk. Like, you're catching something. It just that one scene just didn't feel like it even needed to be added.
That's totally like a producer's notes. Like, there's been too much talking. We need some action or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that stuff. Just jump to another scene that's important. That's all. Like, I'm sorry. Kevin Smith has taught us that not every great movie is made with pure violence or action scenes.
Absolutely. What I was going to bring up is it's a travesty they didn't put Mushroom in the show. Because when you have too much political dialogue and too much, like, positioning for power, it can get dry. So you don't need a fucking random boar attack. What you need is some levity. You need a joke. So if you have the
is that what you think Game of Thrones might have done a bit better?
Yes, absolutely,
100%.
Yeah.
Because again, with I'm just thinking of like nothing made me happier than Tormund and the Hound talking about Brienne of Tar. That is like my number one favorite scene of all of Game of Thrones because that is like the most genuine conversation of like someone that hates her and someone that loves her. And
I was just gonna say this. Watch how much of a farce this hunt is. Like, yeah, they're totally coddling the king because they. It shows you what they think of the king, that he's not a strong man, that he can hunt for himself. Like, yeah.
Oh no! It's the creature's already. Oh.
Yeah.
And the king just accepts it.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many points on that. Like,
yeah, it's actually like a character beat. Yeah.
That's not hunting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Again, man, fuck, don't let it suffer. Bastard.
Well, that's again another part of hunting and being a hunter is knowing, like, no, you don't leave a wounded creature.
Yeah.
Also knowing where to hit it.
True. Yeah. But also just being decisive. Once you hit it, you don't. Yeah, you have to hit it again. Like, the first one didn't do it. Decisive about it.
But he's just,
and that was hard for him.
Yeah.
Because I think he's mentally struggling with the fact that he's not a fucking hunter. Like, none of that is like, could you imagine doing all of that?
And then everyone get obligatory round of applause. Like,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, there's just, but you also just shouldn't be doing that if that's not your thing. That's why I get so confused on this shit. Like, the king doesn't need to do that. There's other things that he could be preoccupied with.
Yeah, but he's called this big festival thing for his daughter, so people have an excuse to court his daughter. So that's why he's hunting. It's like it's an excuse, right? It's not an irrational decision, but he's called this big grand hunt, so people.
White stag.
I was just gonna say I wasn't sure if the coloration was off, but I believe there was a white stag. Yeah, that's you don't fuck with there's certain creatures.
Anything albino, you just let that live.
No,
oh
my god,
that's what.
That's why I was laughing. Like, I know I'm not a druid, but the fucking druid in me, like, just the knowledge of just creatures and how shit functions is like when you see something as precious as a white animal.
Yeah.
You don't go after it to murder it. You let it go. Like, there's just certain moments that are just meant to be accepted.
Totally.
And not taken. Like,
So Otto Hightower's positioning has worked. He's got one son so far, now they're on the way with royal blood. And Aegon has a rough time of things too, moving forward. Kiki, do you remember what happens to Aegon?
He deserves it.
Well, actually, I can't even argue. Yeah.
You don't do shit, there won't be shit.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Aegon's arc in season 3, though.
He's gonna. I know.
What? Yeah. I don't know.
Well, he's gotta win.
I would say that. His win is temporary. That's what I'll say. Aegon. Oh fuck. And that's a bit of foreshadowing there, right? Yeah. Because Alicent is, as we move forward, you'll see Alicent positions herself to do duty. She feels it was her duty to improve the standing of House Hightower. So she had to wed the king, and she does duty for position herself politically, and position her house in a powerful way politically. But as she's doing all of that, she's neglecting motherhood. And her children grow up to be monsters. And that one, and that one line that someone just said to Allison there was foreshadowing that. They said, "Fuck, what was the line? Forgetting the exact wording of it. Something along the lines that it's your duty to see the rearing of these children." And that is one thing she neglects. She's more concerned with playing the Game of Thrones than bringing up the children. And they grow up without a mother. They grow up to be monsters.
Oh, 2 seconds. Go.
So, Kiki, I guess you haven't seen this since it came out, eh?
No.
I saw it not too long ago. I was reading the book recently. I decided to rewatch the show. So,
Valid.
this is all pretty fresh in my memory. Fuck, he lost 2
I was
fingers.
wondering.
Yeah, he lost 2 fingers there. Shit. What's that?
I was wondering how you remember and everything.
Yeah. I watched it pretty recently, and I read the book recently. Yeah, it's interesting, because I agree with a lot of decisions they make in season 1, but moving forward, you can see the impact of small changes, leaving like a big impact, ripples later on, and causing massive changes that were perhaps unintended, and making small changes here and there make big ass changes later on that kind of change the whole direction of the show. So,
But
like,
it still works. It's just not as effective as the books.
season 1 is great. I will defend season 1. Season 2 has some pretty big things I don't like. It's actually still a good show. It is, but yeah, I don't know. There's changes I don't like in it. Yeah. We'll see. Because these changes are going to compound on themselves. So, like, season 3 has to get further from the source material again, you know? Every small change will keep compounding and growing larger. So, I don't know. We'll see.
True.
So they're just different. I know in the lead up to this, George R. R. Martin was saying, because the way the way Fire and Blood is written, is that it's 3 separate historical accounts, all conflicting and contradicting each other. And then when House of the Dragon was released, George R. R. Martin said, okay, this is the real take. This is the actual history that the Maesters and Septums were writing about. And then, before season 3's released, George R. R. Martin distanced himself from the show and said, I have nothing to do with this production anymore. So obviously it's not the vision he thought of, right? It's different. And it could be valid, it's just different imagining of the same material, but
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's just like how Harry Potter's gonna be.
Yeah, tell me about Harry Potter. I've never been a big Harry Potter fan. The only movie I saw was the first one. I've never read any of the books.
You're a madman. I've never read any of the books either. My mom she's devout Christian. Those books were heresy.
Oh, really?
The movies I got away with.
I see.
But the Harry Potter is amazing. What I feel like their casting choice, not that I'm being racist.
No, I hear you.
But like Snape, he's hung underneath the tree by a group of white kids.
Oh, that's much worse than what I'm saying.
And that scene is stuck in my head when I see that. When they told me their casting. And that makes me fearful for them.
And that's like what I'm saying. Like, small changes change like, the reading and like the relationship and like what seems like an arbitrary change will actually have ripples moving down the line. Like,
it's gonna have so many. And like, oh, sorry.
No, sorry. What did you say?
No, you go. You were.
No, I got no. So I got nothing else to say.
Oh. But and also there was a scene where like it was in the first movie actually, and they go, Harry, he goes, I don't know, but I don't like that guy. Talking about Snape. I just imagine.
Oh, I know immediately he's talking about. This is why again why sometimes I don't care
Yeah,
as
no.
long as the character is good portrayed, but sometimes the change isn't for the best.
Okay.
Oh,
So here we have an invasion of the Stepstones. Finally,
yeah.
we have Colas Valerian and Daemon Targaryen planning their island hopping invasion. So the way they portray this, I don't like. They make Daemon kind of a one-man army, and it kind of takes away from his tactical, what he actually did in the books. In the book, singular. He led armies in amphibious assaults, taking island hopping, taking each individual island.
Yeah.
And this, they kind of turn him into like a Dynasty Warriors character who takes everything by himself.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the worst part about all of that shit is when
yeah.
like you're watching a movie and they just want to make one person look like it's cool to make someone look badass.
Yeah,
But it's even more intense to show the reality of battle, but that costs more.
yeah. But like, the show has a pretty high fucking budget. Like,
That's why again
They
my
can
my
get-
my fighting point for the battle movies or shows is always Vikings. Because
yeah,
in the first 2 seasons, they got the wars. Like, actually, in my opinion, all this they got the wars down pat. They took the time to show, like it's exhausting. It's tiresome. Like you're not just like running. You're not a dynasty warrior.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not running through and getting all your stand back. Like no, you have your own time limit before you can take out a certain amount of things before you need to take a check and breathe.
Sure.
And that's why, like barbarian type characters are so insane because unless you're like it's basically if they want to make Daemon like a Dynasty Warriors character, he's essentially a barbarian. You know what I mean? Like that just can push himself past that limit to keep going. Like
Yeah,
there's just but then it takes away from the wild man.
He is a tactician too. He can lead armies. He can do this island hopping naval invasion. Backed by an army of men. He's not just this wild barbarian as the show kind of portrays him. He's actually a tactician. He's actually planning and leading and yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it does. There's nothing worse than when it doesn't show like the brains of a character.
Yeah, and later on, I won't ruin it because it'll be a big thing in season 3. I imagine it's coming up. But he's actually a tactician, and he can read and bait other people. He knows what he's doing. He's clever, and by portraying him as by portraying him as the Dynasty Warriors character here, you don't get to see that he's a tactician reading and baiting people. He outsmarts the crab feeder. He doesn't out muscle him. Yeah, it's kind of show. Tell me what you think. It's coming right up, but yeah. It's just different than the books. I'm a sucker for source material.
Yeah, but if they don't, I'm just saying, if they don't go into the tunnels, it's not the same. Unless in the books it says they actually come out. You know what I mean?
Well, in the books, he takes specific islands and starts starving them, cutting their supplies off, so they have to come out of the tunnels. He knows he's making educated decisions. He knows what islands are important, what islands are essential to supply lanes. And he starts cutting them off strategically. These are the islands he invades on land with armies.
And it doesn't mention that?
No, you'll see. You'll see. This is it. This is how he beats the crab feeder. Shouldn't ruin it that much, but this is the big battle.
No, you should ruin it because again, we don't care about spoilers.
Yeah,
like I've always said, and you're doing a descriptive for the people. So
yeah. So and the problem I have with the show is it makes it look like there's one decisive battle. That's why I brought up earlier. That's like a big campaign, and you're right. There was time skip, so I guess there's an implied campaign that happens.
Yeah.
But the show makes it look like there's one decisive battle that changes it.
I don't know. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, it's like a three-year long war, battle of attrition, where Daemon Targaryen is cutting off essential supply lines to the crab feeder, forcing battles because he knows he can win open battles. So he knows what he has to do to make those battles happen. So he's cutting off essential supply lines, and it's not like this where it's like one battle that one decisive victory.
That's the problem with time jumps and all. They're trying to most of fucking like all of Hollywood is trying to force too much too fast.
Yeah.
When they have good story, you could drain out forever. Like, that's why books are so good.
Yeah.
Like when you read a book, you want the next one just because like you got some story, you got some like I don't know.
Yeah.
And what Hollywood lacks is like they see the whole book that took you 3 months to read.
That's right.
And want to get it done in an hour and a half.
That's true.
I don't know why they have to get to the end.
Yeah.
Because like each point is climax at its own. You know what I mean? Like
and each piece you set up makes the climax more impactful.
Yeah. So you get here, and then that's the end. And like, but the problem is writers don't know how to write anymore.
Yeah.
And it's even funnier because nobody wants to follow the fucking hard written script.
Yeah.
And because if you did, it would be fine. You know what I mean? Like, the book itself is already good.
So this is the problem. One thing early Game of Thrones does great in its portrayal of the material, and one thing this show is failing at, is having real human consequences for battle. Early Game of Thrones, every time a hero engages in battle, at least he gets a scar. But there's a very good chance he just outright dies. Because battles are fucking dangerous. In this particular battle, he's running around like a Dynasty Warriors character. He's killing hundreds of men. He's sustaining wounds that will have no impact moving forward, which is not the world of Westeros. The world of Westeros is everything matters. If you take an arrow to the knee, that affects the rest of your fucking life. That's the world George R. R. Martin wrote.
That's why the minute I saw him step up and I saw like it's mentioned, I don't know how many archers there were, but there was at least 50, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't matter anymore. We're not really playing by the real laws of fucking war.
That's
because the first barrage of arrows, they're not running. So in a proper combat, unless again you have a complete incompetent tactician, your arrows are volleying first, and your army's not running forward.
Yeah.
So if he's just there, I said again, I'm just humoring. I assume there's more. 50 arrows coming at one dude, and he's just like waving and just no, that's not how it works. Like
and
it's just cutting out.
Like, what I was going to say is the best warrior in Westeros, whether you think it's Jaime Lannister or Barristan Selmy or the Mountain, whoever your pick is for best, he can't fight 50 dudes. It's not that kind of book. It's not that kind of movie.
That's why I fight Braum. Braum for best warrior. Because not only is he insanely skilled enough to do the job, but he has the fucking smarts to realize that he can't do the job. And like the whole again, like you said, the whole being a Dynasty Warriors character, and like, again, look now the armies are charging in.
Yeah,
like that should have been the start.
It should have been. It should have looked like a war. They should have been advancing with shields up.
Yeah, but now but okay, so it looks like a war now after all the bullshit that's happened.
Yeah,
they just wanted it. That's what I hate about fucking Hollywood. They want their fucking heroic Dynasty Warriors characters.
Yeah,
and like no king, no master tactician was on the front fucking line of those fights.
You're right.
Like, and that's why the crazy heroes that were were written as crazy heroes because all of a sudden motherfuckers showed up and rocked people. And like, it's not like they ran through and got 100 kill count.
Right.
They murdered probably like 5 people outright
Yes.
and managed to support the rest of the army.
was
You know
gonna
what I
say,
mean? Just
killing 2 people in combat, like melee and like not hand to
Yeah.
hand, but melee combat is fucking a big deal.
yeah,
You don't need a kill count of 50 or 100. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I mean. And just that, and they Hollywood and people like I don't know. They just
Yeah.
we've been fed so much shit that we're desensitized to it now, right?
Yeah.
That everybody wants this giant fucking battle, and like legitimately, like you said, like that's why I was saying for Hero 5. Like, that's still, and that's why again the first seasons of Viking does it so well. It might go into the second season with Rollo, where he's fucking people up, but he's running out of energy, and he's just like, there's only so much you can actually do in a fight, and if you get encircled, fucking shit goes wrong.
Yeah,
Like I don't know.
for sure.
And that's again, like the getting, the 2 to like again. That's why I say hero rate is 5.
Yeah, I totally get you. But yeah, that's the key. Done for now. They'll reemerge later. But Daemon Targaryen has taken back the Stepstones, reestablished the rule of the Valerian fleets over the south coasts of Westeros, and put the entirety of Seven Kingdoms in a better position. But I suppose we'll sign out here, unless you got some final thoughts of the first 3 episodes.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure I spoke most of mine.
Yeah.
When you have a tactical advantage, it ruins everything when you just abandon it. And it takes away from character fucking
Yeah.
building when you just again, like we spoke about wanting to be a dynasty warrior just because the rule of cool looks awesome and now he's amazing. But it's I argue it's so much more amazing when some guy makes a play, calls it out, makes the tactical thing, and loses less people in a battle, and goes in on fights with himself and wins. So
Totally. Episode 4 is just auto starting, but let the song play while we sign out. Yeah, no, and a tragedy of that is that you missed a chance to foreshadow something important. Because in season 3, I guess I'll just say it, he's going to have a direct conflict with Aemond, who's that son I alluded to earlier. And he kind of baits him out. And you could have foreshadowed him fighting and being strategic with the Crab King as a prelude to what he does during the Civil War. And that's a missed opportunity. But they want to show
that's poor writing.
Yeah.
That's because they didn't understand what they were doing beforehand.
Yeah.
They didn't see the end game. They were just getting this start up.
Totally. But I think we'll stop here, unless anyone has anything else. This is Redmore Trout signing off. Any last notes?
Nope.
All right. Later. Catch us next time. Redmore Trout signing off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press buttons. Just start pressing buttons.